video. Do another video. Do another video. TD. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be cooking some homemade chips with the potatoes that I've grown up my allotment. Now with cooking homemade chips, there is a bit of a process you have to do in order to get them right. Now I've been looking at some YouTube videos myself of how to do this, and it seems fairly simple, but you have to follow the process. So, the first one is, step one, get your tatties. Now, these are the ones which I've grew in my allotment. I've picked them up myself and dug them up and stuff like that. They need cleaning. So, I'm going to clean the tatties. After that, take the skin off, if you want. I'm going to be taking the skin off. Chop the tatties up. Put them in some water. Leave them half an hour to an hour, and then you're going to leave them to dry off. Only then when they dry, you can start seasoning them with what you want on, and then you can cook them. Let's begin. So here's the tatties that I'm going to be using. As you can see here, they're not that big. They haven't grown that well this year. So I'm probably only going to get some small chips out of it. So we're going to begin by rinsing these off under the tap, just to wash all the excess soil off. And then I'm going to put them in the pot here and give them a good clean, and then peel the skin off. As the tatties now, they're a lot cleaner. The excess soil is being taken off. Put them in there. I'll wash that off later on. Got the water here, lukewarm. It's been on the fire a little bit. I'll do for now. And then we start peeling. See, Bobby is absolutely intrigued by it. He's probably thinking, I've never seen that before. What's he doing? So the worst part about this, even when I'm making mashed potato at home or something like that, it annoys us, but it's got to be done. It's one of them things. These are the tatties. Bobby's now on my back because he's restless, he's knackered, and he needs to get to sleep. I'm just waiting for him to drop off. These are the tatties here. Now, you're going to be cutting them not too thin and not too thick. So, let's have a look. Now this, too thin, I would say. And I'm going to keep it that way to show you at the end. Explain why. 1.5 that one, it's a bit wide. Right. Right, these chips here, absolutely spot on. There we go. It's about the size of my middle finger. Probably the same width. Perfect chip. So we're just going to cut through the rest of them. And then put them in water. I'm looking forward to trying them. I've never had them. Right, it's been a long time since I've had homemade chips. Put it that way. My mum cooked them a few years ago, but I've not had them since. We're not going to get many chips out of all these though. That's the thing. We're only going to get a few out. See what I mean? He's restless. It's one of them times where no matter what you do, no matter how many things you do to try and entertain your kids, continuous crying. What we're going to do now is we've left the chips in here, in the water, for around about 30-40 minutes there. Now we're going to drain them. So I've got a bucket here. I'm thinking, just put them in here. That should work. The water has turned, it looks like syrup. So all the starch, a lot of the starch must have come out from the teas. Yeah, they look different. I don't know if you can see that there, but they do look a bit different. Right, now, it says that we've got to dry them out. So, we get all the excess water off as much as possible. Still dripping there, still quite a lot of water coming out. Loads! When's it going to stop? It's already coming out when I shake it. Oh! Be alright. Still coming out. Right. What I want to do here is put a pan over it. I'm going to shake it like hell. There's still quite a lot coming out, and I don't know. That's about it. Right. So that's that. Now, I've just been to the shop, and what I've bought is, the shop's on the corner, which is ideal. I've got some eggs, and I've also got some Gammon bacon type thing, misshaped stuff. So the idea now is we're going to have gammon, egg and chips, a classic meal for the British person. And what I've also bought is here, I'm going to give it a go, rectangular air fryer liners for the skillet. So I'm thinking that it's going to be mess free really. So if I whack these in, if you've watched my previous video, what I did was I put this metal plate over on top of the skillet and it makes an oven and it works pretty alright. Bobby here is completely wiped out. Bless him. He sat next to the stove a little bit. So there's the skillet on there. It's getting nice and warm. I'll give it a wipe down before I get the bait on. Oh, but these are the chips now. That's the colour. You see? Now we're going to dry these off. Now it's a bit windy outside. There's a canny breeze. Can you see the trees going? So what I'm going to do is just leave these outside for 5 minutes. And then put them on some kitchen roll, which I've just bought. I've left the chips outside now for around about 10 minutes. So the next stage is we're going to get the kitchen roll, put one layer on the deck, like two, because there's quite a few chips. Put another one there. Put the chips on this paper, on the kitchen roll, even it out. Now you can see immediately that they're still quite moist. Just get another 2 rolls off and then put this on top. And we're going to squeeze that down and get as much moisture out as we can. Now the chips are all dry, now we have to season them. So what we've got is, because I've got Bobby and he's going to be having some, I'm not going to put too much stuff on. So we've just got normal table salt and we've got some oil. So we're going to take these from there, if I can do this without making a mess. I'll do it that way. Oh, I'm losing chips left, right and centre. There we go, we're getting there. You can see how much moisture has come off the chips onto the kitchen roll here. It's totally soaked. And that's supposed to be super absorbent. There we go, look at that. So what we're going to do is salt, we'll do oil, and then we're going to put it in another one to make a shaker. Keep that together, shake it round, get everything mixed in. Right, it looks good. So there we go, this is the stage where we're at now. There's the chips, all nicely seasoned. Now there's only one thing left to do. Get it on the stove. Now what they recommend is that when you're putting your chips in any oven or something like that, you put them separately, not overlapping each other, because then they won't cook effectively. So these things that were bought, you just chuck them away afterwards. And put that in there. Now what my plan is here is as well, I'm going to put a bit of oil in here. Here we go. I'm going to mix that round a bit. There we go. And we're going to put the chips on. I think that's going to have to do. We have got some left over there, but we'll have to leave that. Right, we're going to get the other plate, and that's going to go over the top. There we go. And now that's going to make an oven. We're about 15 minutes in now with cooking the chips. Now I've had to put this, I found this in my allotment, so I thought I'd put this on as what was on an old oven. But it's kind of lifted away from the stove slightly. So let's have a look. I haven't even looked at myself yet, so I'm hoping it works. Oh, look at that. Yeah, so they are getting softer. Yeah, they're starting to get soft. They haven't stuck to the paper at all. It's good. Right. I think another 15-20 minutes this should be done. There we go. I think I might give it some more heat, so I'm going to take this off. I think it needs to be really hot now. I don't think that's... I thought it was a good idea, but really I don't think it is. It needs to be direct heat. Right, so what happened was, basically, that air fryer sheet that I put in just totally disintegrated. So now I'm just frying the chips on the top. They've actually turned out alright. There's a couple that's been singed, but I think it's going to give it a bit more taste, to be honest. Most of them do look alright. I've put some gammon on now for Bobby because he's starting to get a bit... He's crying on. So I'm going to give Bobby a big gammon. The chips are looking half decent, I guess. Right, I'm going to take the chips off now. And that's when everything else is going to go in. I think they're definitely done. There we go. Now I want to keep this pan on top. That's going to retain the heat. And now it's time for the gammon. And cut this up. Can't really judge how thick it's going to be. So I'm going to do the eggs last. It's really tough. I think that should be alright. Right, I'm going to put some more oil in the pan. Get this all mixed in. Oh, that sound. I think it's going to stick, but it should easily wash off. Time to flip the gammon over. It's cooking nice. Oh, it's not stuck how I thought it would. That's good. There we go. Right, it's time for the eggs. One, two, and then number 3. Bobbies. Nah, I'll have one more. So let's round it up, eh? Right, now the gammon's done. So we're going to be taking them off now. There we go. Now this one, I don't know if that needs a bit more. Here is the eggs. They should be done now. Oh, there we go, just right. We've still soft. Perfectly done. It's not sticked. Oh, don't do it. There we go. Oh, absolutely fantastic. Right. Here's Bobby's. Here's the gammon. And some chips and some egg. There you go, son. Tuck it in. Try it. Try it, gammon. Just a little bit. What do you think? Lovely jubbly. Oh, he likes it. Look at that. Is it nice? Do you like that? Right, so here is the end result. There's the eggs there, all nice and soft still. The chips aren't that bad. And there's the gammon. What do you think of that? Let's see what it's like. I think this should be enough salted. Chips have got that. Oh my god. Lovely. And that one's a bit singed like. Listen to the crunch. That charcoal taste to it. Lovely. Right, I'll try the gammon. I don't know if I can cut that plastic fork. There's the gammon. Cheers. Oh. Lovely. It's got that charcoal taste. It's got the saltiness coming out of it. It's cooked perfect. It's still a bit soft inside. Quite hard on the outer. Really nice. Eggs. Gonna see it pop. There we go. There's the yolk coming out. It's a bit halfy half that. Probably enough to dip the chips in. There we go. Yolk. Superb. Gammon, egg and chips. Easy meal. Homemade chips with homegrown tatties. Superb. Taste the egg. Slightly singed on the back there, but I say a bit more taste. God, everything's so nice. I don't know how, but there's so much taste. It's just different from cooking at home. It is different. Oh, that's a bit black, that one. Some taste. Nice though. Right. I'm going to scran the rest of this. Probably for eating this. Bring you back after. We're at the point now where we've got to tidy up. So, washing up liquid in. Hot water in. It's not as hot as this time. The last video was golden last time. As you can see there, Bobby's enjoying his jelly. Yeah. Hi. So there we go. So with the chips, bit of a nightmare of cooking them on that paper that you would put into an air fryer. So I won't be doing that again. Lesson learned there. But it was worth a go. Best thing is I can just use them at home now. So we've got an air fryer. I think if I was to do that again, I think I would just put plenty of oil on the pan and just keep flipping them over until they're done and massively reduce the heat. That's one thing which I'm finding hard with the stove at the minute, is getting the right heat onto the pan, because obviously you've got your dimmer switcher things on the stove, so I need to start to play about with them to see what happens. Because I think, again, it was just too much heat and it kind of singed the chips and towards the end. But everything else was cooked spot on. Quite chuffed to that. And Bobby's ate most of his. It's doing well. Right, I'm going to get this all washed up. And then we'll be done. Right, there you go. I hope you've enjoyed the video as much as I've enjoyed the food. If you want to watch some more videos, subscribe here and watch some more videos there in the corner. And I'll see you later on. Ta-ra.